What's up, everybody? So tonight we had Zuffa Boxing 3. I'm on the road, so you don't get like a cool background, but maybe you think this is better, so who knows? Anyways, big takeaway, the good fights, especially the main card. Efe Ajagba gets a win over Charles Martin. Efe Ajagba is probably one of like the 5, 10 best heavyweights in the world. If you're really high on him, you could put him at 5. If you're really low on him, you could put him at 10. But I think that he has to fit in there in some way. Maybe he's just outside, but he's really fought a good resume of good, credible contenders and is deserving of opportunities coming up. And that's the thing that like Zuffa will offer to some of these guys. And that was kind of a theme of this card. Umar Desmond back off, gets a big opportunity, gets knocks out Ahmed Aliaba. Beautiful left lead uppercut knockout, really spectacular finish. And maybe I don't know what his ticket selling potential is, but the people that are benefiting from Zuffa are kind of like the fighters who maybe don't sell tickets but need to stay active and want opportunities. Desmond Bekoff did that, and obviously in the opening fight, Abel Mejio gets knocked out by a Hawaiian fighter who was very good, you know. But more than anything, the question I have, and maybe it's just because I make content and all this stuff, and you have a routine, and the routine needs to change. But is Sunday a good boxing night? Sunday's a good football day. Sunday's a good, Sunday night football. It's prestige TV typically. I think The Sopranos was on Sunday. I know Game of Thrones for years was on Sunday night. But where does boxing fit in that mix? And I think that's the big takeaway I have from this is yes, it was a good fight card. It's probably the best fight card they had. Zuffa's going to have this problem in the beginning where the brand and the people associated with Zuffa are probably going to be bigger names than the fighters themselves. It's going to take probably realistically years before people form attachments to these fighters and create a history and all that stuff. The question I have is how does boxing fit into Sundays? Because for me, it's like I'm winding down, I'm doing other things. I miss some of the undercards, and I'm a lunatic. I'm a gray haired, grizzled veteran boxing degenerate watcher. And I miss some of it because I'm not used to watching fights on Sundays. And part of this experiment is if we're going to see fights on Sundays, how do people take to that? Because there is kind of a norm that's set Fridays and Saturdays. And there is a bit of this some market disruptors, UFA, and I think some of what they're doing is good. Right? People could argue some of it's bad. But one of the things it seems is a cultural change. Boxing can be on Sundays. Boxing, to my mind, there have been boxing matches. Obviously, there's been boxing matches every day. You go back in time, you can find a good fight that's happened on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, especially with AI. Go into AI and it'll tell you all the good fights that have happened when. That being said, I still am old school. Friday, Saturday, let's watch a fight. The big takeaway I took away from this card was not about the fighters, though I enjoyed the fights and I thought this was the most complete card we had had is will people watch cards on Sundays and will these cards impact the world the same way? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know how Zuffa is going to unfold, but now I'm starting to wonder what is Sunday boxing? And do fight fans want to see fights on Sundays? So that's my big takeaway. As always, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, especially if this is your first time. Leave a comment and hit the thumbs up button so you can get more great content just like this.